Tingsha, Tingsha, everybody looks in awe. Click mindfully just 3 times. Listen to the pretty chimes.
Hi my little yogis, namaste. I am so excited to be back together and today is going to be super special because we are here in the yoga studio at the CC Institute where hopefully one day we'll be able to come together and practice, have some fun and share this beautiful space. But until then, we are going to keep learning some new things via video. And today we're going to talk a little bit more and learn some new things about meditation. So in meditation, sometimes in some practices, we use our eyes to focus on a single object. And when we do this, when we use our eyes to do that, it's called chatika. In some other practices, we use our voices. We repeat a word or a phrase to help keep us focused, and this is called mantra. But today, we're going to use sound to help keep us attentive and mindful. So the theme of our class today, or this video, is going to be ringing the bell, or Tingshas. And Tingshas are 2 small cymbals linked together by this leather strap. So hopefully you can see that. And you hold the leather strap at the top, and then you click the 2 cymbals together to make a bell or ringing sound. So now usually you want to do it pretty gentle. You don't want to slam them together. They can get pretty loud. So just a nice, gentle click. And usually these are used in meditation to help calm and focus our minds. They also can be used at the yoga classes or meditation to help represent the beginning or ending of a class. So let's start by doing a short meditation, and we're going to demonstrate the Tingshas and how they help us to reach those calm and peaceful feelings that we're always talking about. So I'm going to have you sit up nice and tall like we always do, crisscross applesauce, and then we're going to take our palms and we're going to put them sort of on our knees or on our thighs, and they're going to be face up. So we're kind of going to use our hands like an extra pair of ears. Okay, so how cool is that? We get to have some extra ears for the day. So we're going to have our palms facing up, and I'm going to gently click the bells together, and as long as you hear the ringing sound, you're going to keep your palms up, okay? And then the moment that you can't hear that sound any longer, you can't hear that ringing or bell sound any longer, you're going to go ahead and turn your palms down. Okay, so it's sort of like a little game. So remember, palms up in the beginning, I'm going to ring the bells, and then as long as you can hear the sound, you keep them up. The moment you can't hear that any longer, you're going to go ahead and put your hands down. And we're, of course, going to do this 3 times. Why? Because that's our magic yoga number. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started and get situated. So get in a comfortable position, crisscross applesauce, sit up nice and tall, put those palms face up, and you can go ahead and close your eyes. You don't have to, but it's usually a little bit easier to kind of focus when you do. So if you feel comfortable with it, go ahead and close your eyes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and ring the bell. And remember, palms up until you can't hear the sound any longer, okay? All right, I'm gonna do it a second time. And one last time. And your palms should be facing down. Good. So, as you can see, when you follow that sound and you sort of let your mind focus on that, everything else kind of melts away. So now that we sort of reached that calm and peaceful place, I have a story that I would like to tell you. So now that we took a moment to center ourselves and calm our minds, we're ready to hear a special story that I'd like to tell you about the bells or the Tingshas. And what makes this story so super special is that as we move along through the story, some of the words that I'm going to say go along with some yoga poses. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try. Okay, so I'm ready to tell you the super special story about the bells or the Tingshas. And don't forget that as we move along, some of the words are going to be yoga poses, so make sure that you're doing them with me. So I wanted to ask you about the bells, and I wanted to ask, what does the sound of a bell make you think of? So for me, sometimes the sound of a bell makes me think of tiny little fairies gently landing on some flowers. And my favorite flower is an orchid, but your favorite flower might be a tulip or a rose or any other flower. I also think of, when I think of a bell sound, I think of a farm that my grandma lived on. And on this farm, she had a cat. She also had a cow, but only the cat chased a ball that had a bell in it. She also had a dog on this farm. And when we would walk the dog, its tag and collar would make a ringing sound. That definitely makes me think of a bell. Also, on this farm, it was so clear at night, you could see all of the stars. And you could see so many of these stars that I would like to pretend that they made a twinkling sound all the way out there in space. So I would go ahead and lay in my secret garden and imagine, I would close my eyes and imagine that I could hear that twinkling sound. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Just lay here for a moment. Try to lay as still as you can. And just imagine laying under the stars, hearing that twinkling sound. mats, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna come back and we're gonna sit up nice and tall like we always do. Crisscross applesauce. And we're gonna revisit or go back to our bell sound, our Tingshas. And we're gonna do another meditation. But this time, instead of using our palms up or down, we're gonna use our breath. And if you remember, when we control our breath, that's called pranayama. So we're gonna go ahead and incorporate our pranayama into our meditation. So when I ring the Tingshas, before I ring the Tingshas, we're gonna go ahead, or the bells, we're gonna go ahead and inhale. And then when I ring them, you're gonna exhale for as long as you can while that sound is going on. So you're gonna exhale the whole entire time you hear the sound. So it's just like we did with the palms, except for our inhale is palms up, and then we hear the bell and we exhale, and that's sort of similar like when our palms were down, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and give that a try 3 times, magic yoga number. And then afterwards, we're gonna sit in complete quiet. So you're gonna kind of follow that sound out and away and just allow yourself to relax afterwards just for a few moments, okay? So let's go ahead and give it a try. Get nice and comfortable. Crisscross applesauce, nice and tall, but in a comfortable spot. And go ahead and close your eyes again, if you feel comfortable. And now you're going to take an inhale, nice and big, and then I'm going to ring the bells. Inhale. And go ahead and exhale it out. Inhale. And go ahead and exhale it out. Remember to go ahead and just sit very quiet. Let that sound just go ahead and take you away and relaxed. And you can go ahead and open your eyes. Maybe give a big smile. I know that I always want to when I come out of that nice, peaceful, calm feeling and I think about all of you. Maybe you want to stretch. And then you can go ahead and put your hands at your heart center. Maybe bow your head just a little bit. And as always, all of the good things inside of me, see and acknowledge all of the good things inside of each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me and practicing. Thank you for learning the Tingshas, learning about the bells. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.
Just a reminder to practice good little yogi karma by remembering to wear your mask.
Om is the vibration of the universe, and Shanti is peace. So this is a good chant to do whenever you want to feel peaceful. Sit up straight and repeat after me. Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to